So, namaskar, hello, and welcome to the first of the elemental meditation sequences, practices. So, this covers the 5 different elements that we have in the yogic philosophy, and this one starts with the first element. Okay, so just come into any comfortable seated position. Okay, simple cross legs. Sit up on a bolster or a pillow or a block if that feels better for your spine, so that you feel that you're sitting upright. If you do need to lean back, after a while, you make sure you have some wall space behind you, just in case. Or if you're sitting on a chair, try to make sure that your feet are grounded firmly on the ground, or prop it up so that it's on a stool. Okay, so that the feet are firm. Okay, so as soon as you're ready, all right, let's get started into this practice. Okay, we just start with a little bit of breath work. So we just come into any simple seated position, keeping the side ribs nice and lifted. Feel that the spine is nice and tall, and you can gently close the eyes. So I'd like you to just feel and notice your breath. Feel the natural rhythm of the breath as you inhale and as you exhale. Just staying here, noticing and sensing how the breath feels. Noticing how the body feels. Noticing and being aware of your surroundings. Now from here, we're just going to inhale to bring the arms up and then interlace the fingers, and then just give the body really nice long stretch to lengthen the whole body up. And exhale to release. You can release the arms down. And again, inhale to bring the arms up. Exhale, you can release. One more time, inhale. Hold the breath a little bit. And then exhale. Nice big sigh out. Good. And again, this time we're going to inhale. So you bring the arms up. Exhale, twisting towards one side of the body, your right or the left side. You can use the hands to bring it on top, okay, of the knee, or if you're on the chair, just catching hold of the edge of the chair to come into a twist on one side. And then you can slowly bring the arms up again. And then twisting to the other side. Just to release the spine, the back. And then slowly, okay, coming back to the center. Feel the whole spine, feel the neck. Just moving the whole body a little bit. Just gentle circles into the neck space. And then eventually settling back into a comfortable, neutral position for the body. Maintaining the eyes closed. Just simple breathing here. As we take some even breaths. So I'd like us all together to fully exhale. Inhale through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One last round. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming back to your own natural breath. Simply just observing the breath space. Noticing how the breath feels as we have taken 5 inhalations and 5 exhalations, representing the 5 elements. So the first element, the earth element. So I'd like you to feel that maybe you are leaning slightly back, and then you root and ground the tailbone onto the mat, onto the base of the chair. Feeling the sensation of the legs, whether they are cross-legged on your mat, or maybe the soles of the feet pressing into the ground or onto the little stool. As we come into a sense of the earth element. Noticing the body in touch with the ground space, the earth space. Feeling a sense of grounding and rooting. As we feel the sit bone area on the feet in touch with the ground. Really sensing and visualizing the earth space supporting us right from underneath. Feel and sense how firm and how steady and how solid it feels. Maybe even for some of us, visualizing a color as you really connect to rooting, to basing. And whatever this color feels like to you, just noticing and sensing that color. What does grounding or rooting feel like? What does rooting or grounding sense like? Noticing if there's any sense maybe of texture, of touch or feel. Really allowing the senses to feel and experience. Fully allow the body to immerse in the sensation of grounding and rooting. So feeling that sense of steadiness, maybe a sense of stability, a sense of firmness. Feel as though then you can feel now from the body roots going downwards into the earth space here this way. Feel as if these roots are extending from your body, whether it's from the tailbone, rooting downwards into the earth, into the ground, or from the soles of the feet, grounding downwards this way, and feel that the roots are going deep, deep into the earth. And it's not just one root, right? It's one root and then branching out into a few more roots, and then branching out again into a few more roots. So really allow the roots to go deep as you want it to go, so that you're really, really firm and steady this way. Gripping onto the soil, the earth, the ground beneath us. Moving and growing, finding a sense of steadiness in all kinds of ways. If there's something in the ground or in the earth that is in the way, like some rocks or some sediments, your roots find your way around it. And when you feel that the roots now are really, really firmly planted into the ground, and that they are so steady that it is gripping, holding on so firmly that nothing can move you. And then from these roots, these really firm, steady roots that you have planted down, that you have extended all the way down, maybe even into the core of the earth. Feel that from here, that you are able to bloom. So you have really firm roots, and now you have a sense of steadiness that allows you to feel that you are now growing upwards and outwards from the ground, from the earth, to grow up and tall, moving skywards towards the stars. Feel that the whole trunk of your roots forming into a really thick, steady, sturdy, firm base. Keep on feeling this growing and expanding until it gets really thick and really solid, like a really sturdy old oak tree. And then you feel that from this steadiness in the trunk, this big, nice, big, wide, heavy trunk, then now you have branches extending upwards and outwards. And lots of branches expanding, growing outwards this way. And as the branches extend, they extend into smaller branches and further smaller branches. And on the tips of these branches now, you have leaves growing all along from the tips of the branches into all the little branches, into the big branches, filling up all the branches with really green, luscious leaves. Whatever the size of the leaves, the color of the leaves, visualize this and really feel that sense of growth from that sense of firmness and steadiness, that it can really expand outwards as far, as tall, and as much as it wants to. And then now maybe noticing that even along some of the branches there are some flowers along these branches. And from these flowers, they are blooming. And some of these flowers are maybe as well blooming into fruits. So your whole tree now, is filled with all these green, luscious leaves. There's lots of different sizes and shapes and colors of flowers in the tree. And then from some of these flowers, they grow into fruits, any kind of fruits at all. It might be just one particular type of fruit, and visualize what the fruit looks like, what it feels like, what it would taste like, or it can be different kinds of fruits growing on the same tree or on the same branch. It is simply full of life, full of color, full of this sense of openness and expansiveness. So visualizing this entire tree now, take a step back and look at what has grown right before your eyes. Imagine that you have a little bit of an X-ray vision that you can see, right, down into the ground, into the earth, the roots firmly planted, and then from the roots you can see how these roots are growing upwards into the base of the tree, all the way up into that nice big thick trunk of the tree, and then branching out into those nice huge branches, and then the smaller and smaller branches, and noticing the wholeness and fullness of this tree, the lushness of the leaves, the flowers, the fruits, and it looks so inviting, so full. And imagine how that you are feeling right now inside when you see this vision of this tree right in front of you. Stay with these sensations and allow your whole body to feel that from this sense of rooting, from this sense of grounding, you are so steady and so firm that you have every capacity to keep on growing and expanding upwards and skywards. And even when you are looking at this picture, this whole picture, this big tree here, you can still feel, you can still really feel that this tree is still very much alive and very much growing. It hasn't stopped growing. Yeah? Maybe the growth is now a little bit slower, or maybe it's a little subtle, or maybe it is still expanding and growing at a really rapid rate. But it is still alive, and it is still expanding, and it is still feeling its way full and abundant. And while you allow the tree to still feel alive and to grow, you now find yourself maybe sitting under this tree. This tree that is a projection of you. Connecting to that sense of rooting and grounding. And you can stay here for a little while, sitting under the tree, maybe enjoying the sense of growth, being in amazement, or a sense of wonderment at how huge and beautiful this tree is. Maybe enjoying the shade that this tree is giving you because it is so firm and steady. It's able to give you a little bit of protection this way as well. Maybe one of the fruits falls down into your lap and you pick up that fruit, whatever that fruit is. You hold it in your hands, you smell it, inhale that scent, you feel it, you touch it. What does the fruit feel like? What does the skin feel like? How does it feel in your palms? And then you maybe take a bite out of the fruit and you savor the taste of this fruit. This fruit that comes from your tree, from your growth, from your expansiveness. Enjoying the moment here. As now we slowly have and maintain this image of ourselves sitting, staying, enjoying the moment under the tree, whether you are just sitting or whatever that you are doing, leaning against the tree, just enjoying being there. And we maintain this image in our minds, and we bring and we push this image into the back of our minds. You feel that it is moving deep into the back of the head, the back of the brain, and it stays embedded here. So that we can bring now our focus, our awareness, our consciousness back forwards to the the front of the head. And then from here now, slowly feeling and sensing our physical body. Slowly starting to feel and visualize our head, our shoulders, the torso, the legs. Bringing the awareness back towards the breath. Feeling your own breath at the nostrils. Bring the awareness into the space, the sounds, the environment all around us. And then really coming back into the present moment, the now. Just taking a couple more breaths here. Allowing your senses to gather back into this physical state, into the present moment state. Staying with me and once more noticing the breath. Noticing the breath as you inhale. Noticing the breath as you exhale. Again, noticing the breath as you inhale. And noticing the breath as you exhale. And from here you can gently, with a few blinks, open the eyes as you come back into this present moment, this present space. Taking a while here, there's no rush. Just to feel, sense, allow the sense of sight to come back. And then we bring the palms together to the chest and we bow our heads. Thanking ourselves for taking this moment, this time to sit, to find a little bit of steadiness and stillness, right? And then thanking Mother Earth for being here for us and allowing us to connect to her in this way. Okay, so this is the end of this particular sitting practice. If you have any thoughts or any insights or anything at all that comes up or that came up during the meditation and the visualization practice, you can always write it down in your journal or your notebook and just keep writing. Whatever that wants to come up, let it come up. Stay with it, whether it's sensations or emotions, just let everything flow out. Okay? And that is for you. That is your practice. And you can always do this earthing and grounding practice. It's really nice. And this is just one of the elements, okay? So, thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned. And hopefully you will check out the other elemental meditation videos that I have as well. Alright, namaskar and thank you.